Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take the sources you send us, dig in, and pull out the key stuff so you get the core understanding fast. Consider us your shortcut to knowing what's important.
That's the idea. And today, we're jumping into 15 common English phrases. We're not just listing definitions, though.
Right.
We want to explore, how they actually work in conversations, why getting the nuances helps you communicate better. It's about adding real tools to your conversational skills. Quick, effective.
Exactly. You want the insights without the homework, and that's what we deliver. So let's dive right in. First up, are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? Okay. The definition is basically, it's an expression of disbelief or surprise, often used when something just seems unbelievable or ridiculous.
Yeah.
The example given is, they want us to work overtime every day this week. Are you kidding me?
Classic.
Usage-wise, it conveys strong surprise, maybe even disbelief. But what's interesting, I think, is how it often hints that an expectation wasn't met, or maybe you feel a bit hard done by.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
It's more than just, oh, surprising.
Yeah.
It's got that edge of, wait, really? This is happening. Sometimes it can even be funny, right?
Yeah.
Depending on how you say it.
Oh, absolutely. Tone is everything. Like, say it with wide eyes, rising pitch, that's genuine shock. But say it kind of flat, maybe annoyed. Or like you're challenging the person. Imagine, say a friend tells you they just randomly bought a fancy car. Are you kidding me? Sounds way different than if you hear your flight's delayed 12 hours.
Ah, yeah. One's like playful shock. The other is definitely not playful. Okay. Moving on then. Better late than never.
Right. Better late than never. Definition. It's better to arrive or do something late than not do it at all.
Simple enough.
Example. Sorry, I'm so late. That's okay. Better late than never. And it's usage. Basically, it's used to excuse being late, but still finding something positive. The real value here is how it reframes lateness, makes it less of a big deal by focusing on the fact that, hey, it still happened.
It's that whole glass half full thing, but for timekeeping. Smooths things over. But what if being late is a big deal? Like, does it always work?
That's a fair question. Context matters hugely. Yes, it offers a bit of comfort, but maybe not the best phrase if you miss, say, a massive deadline.
Right.
But for social stuff or less urgent tasks, it's a nice way to acknowledge the delay without making a fuss. Like, imagine a package finally arrives weeks late. You'd probably think, well, better late than never.
Makes sense. Okay, next phrase. Cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase. Definition. Get to the point quickly, skip the unnecessary details.
Love this one.
Example. We don't have much time, so let's cut to the chase. Usage. You use it when you want someone to just be direct, stop rambling. It really underscores being concise, doesn't it? Especially when time's tight or you just need the main point.
Totally. It's about not wasting time, getting straight to the important stuff, a little nudge. But when is it okay to use, and when might it sound kind of rude?
Ah, that's key. In business, like meetings, often very efficient, people appreciate it.
Yeah.
But maybe in a more personal chat, if you just jump in with cut to the chase, it could feel a bit dismissive, like you don't care about the context or just chatting first. It's direct, but you got to be mindful.
Good point. Delivery matters.
Okay.
What about every now and then?
Every now and then, definition. Occasionally from time to time, example. We go out for dinner every now and then.
Okay.
Usage is similar to once in a while. It suggests something happens, maybe infrequently, but still with some regularity. What's neat is it implies a pattern, even if it's not exact, not constant, but not totally random either.
So it gives a feeling of something happening sometimes, but yeah, no strict schedule, more than rarely, less than often.
Yeah.
How does that vagueness work in conversation?
Well, it gives you flexibility, right? You don't have to count. If someone asks how often you visit your folks, saying every now and then works fine. It gives the general idea without needing exact numbers. Useful when details aren't really needed.
Yeah, keeps it casual. Okay, next phrase is get the picture.
Get the picture. Definition. To understand the situation. Example. So the company is losing money and might have to lay people off. Okay, I get the picture.
Right.
Usage. Shows you understand the main idea. It's pretty concise, using that visual metaphor picture for mental understanding. It means you've grasped the essentials.
It's like a quick confirmation. Yep, understood the gist without having to spell it all out again. Suggests you see the whole situation. Why use this instead of just, like, I understand?
Good question. I think get the picture often implies a slightly deeper, more intuitive grasp. Not just the facts, but the context, the implications. Like you can actually see the scenario. I understand can sometimes feel a bit more passive maybe.
Ah,
Get the picture feels more like active processing.
interesting. Like you've built the mental image. Okay, hit the road.
Hit the road, definition. To start a journey or leave, example. It's getting late, we should probably hit the road.
Yeah.
Very. Usage. An informal way to say it's time to go. That informality is really the main thing. You use it with people you're relaxed with, in casual spots. Often has a bit of a let's go energy, even for a short trip home.
Definitely more casual than saying we must depart now.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say it finishing a board meeting. So what tells you it's okay to use hit the road?
It really comes down to the vibe, the relationship. If things are relaxed, friendly, like after dinner with pals or leaving a family get-together, totally fine. Yeah, formal settings, professional chats, stick to something more standard, more polite.
Know your audience. Got it. Next one. I'll get back to you.
I'll get back to your definition. I will respond to you later. Example. I need to check the schedule. I'll get back to you tomorrow.
Essential phrase.
Absolutely. Usage. You use it when you need time, need to find info before you can answer properly. It's all about managing expectations. You're telling the other person, yep, heard you, I'll reply, just not right this second.
It's like saying, hold that thought. I need to check something, but I will follow up. Sets that expectation. So what happens or what's implied if you don't get back to them after saying that?
Well, that's the thing. Saying it is kind of a promise, isn't it? If you don't follow through, it can definitely, damage trust, especially professionally. It's really important to either reply when you said you would or at least give an update if it's taking longer.
Good reminder. Okay, now for one we can probably all relate to. Just my luck.
Oh yeah, just my luck. Definition. Used when something bad or unlucky happens and it feels typical for the speaker. Example. Of course it would start raining just as I left the house without an umbrella. Just my luck.
Happens all the time.
Usage. It expresses that feeling of being kind of, perennially unlucky. There's often a sense of resignation in it, maybe even a bit of dark humor about how things always seem to go wrong for you in small ways.
It's that feeling like the universe is playing minor pranks on you specifically. And it's funny how people often say it with a little sigh or a wry smile, acknowledging the pattern. Is there a cultural element to this one?
I think so, yeah. In many English-speaking cultures, sharing minor misfortunes with a bit of humor is a way to connect, like we all have these days. It can also downplay the actual annoyance, but use it too much, and maybe you start sounding a bit negative or like you're seeking pity.
True. Balance is key. Okay, let's shift gears to let's face it.
Let's face it, definition. Let's be honest and accept the reality, even if it's not great. Example, let's face it, we're not going to finish this project on time.
Oof. The truth hurts sometimes.
Usage. It's used to encourage realism. It's like a signal. Okay, time to stop pretending or wishing. Let's look the cold, hard facts. It tries to get everyone on the same realistic page.
Yeah, cutting through the optimism, maybe. Acknowledging the reality, even the unpleasant bits. Sets the stage for a serious chat. How do you use it without just sounding like a total downer?
Well, context and tone again. But also, what comes next? You can pair, let's face it, with something constructive. Like, let's face it, we're behind schedule.
Okay.
So let's figure out how we can catch up. Say, acknowledges the problem, but immediately pivots to solutions. That softens it.
That's a really useful way to frame it. Okay, next. Make a big deal out of something.
Make a big deal out of something. Definition. To treat something as very important when it actually isn't. Example. Don't make a big deal out of it. It was just a small mistake.
We all know someone who does this.
Maybe. Usage. It advises against exaggerating importance. It's about keeping perspective right. Don't blow things out of proportion. Often used to suggest someone calm down or stop overreacting to something minor.
It's the anti-drama phrase.
Yeah.
Keep it in proportion. What are the signs someone is making a big deal out of something small?
Maybe like really exaggerated emotional responses, or focusing intensely on tiny details while missing the bigger picture, or just complaining endlessly about something pretty trivial. Seeing those signs might be a cue to gently suggest, maybe don't make such a big deal.
Good thing to watch for. And naturally, the flip side is next, not a big deal.
Exactly. Not a big deal. Definition. Not important or not a problem. Example. Sorry I spilled some coffee. Not a big deal. I'll wipe it up.
Phew, relief.
Usage. Used to minimize the significance of something. It's reassuring, creates a relaxed vibe, helps defuse tension by saying, look, this is minor, don't worry.
It's like a verbal shrug. Forget about it.
Yeah.
Very comforting if you're the one who, say, spilled the coffee. How is it different from just saying, it's okay?
Good question. Both reassure, but not a big deal, feels a bit stronger in minimizing it. It's okay, acknowledges it happened, might still imply a tiny bit of inconvenience, not a big deal, really tries to wave it away completely like this requires zero further thought.
Ah, okay. Subtle but makes sense. Next, on the same page.
On the same page, definition. To have the same understanding or agreement about something. Example. Before we proceed, let's make sure we're all on the same page.
Crucial for teamwork.
Absolutely. Usage. Emphasizes shared understanding. It's vital for collaboration. Highlights that need for everyone to basically know what's going on, the goals, the plan, the info, so you avoid mix-ups and everyone's pulling in the same direction.
It's about alignment, making sure the mental models match up, prevents confusion later. What are some good ways to actually get everyone on the same page in a discussion?
Well, asking questions helps. Clarifying questions. Summarizing what's been agreed. Actively checking in with people. Does that match your understanding? Visuals can help too. Or a quick written summary afterwards. Anything to confirm that shared understanding.
Definitely good practices. Okay, our next phrase. So far, so good.
So far, so good. Definition. Things are going well up to this point. Example. How's your new job? So far, so good.
Cautiously optimistic.
Exactly. Usage indicates satisfaction with current progress. It expresses that, yeah, things are okay right now, but there's often that unspoken awareness that, well, things could change. It's not a final judgment.
It's a measured response, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not overly hyped, not downbeat either. Acknowledges present okayness, but leaves the future open.
Yeah.
When would you use this instead of just saying, like, it's great?
Probably when things are still unfolding, you know. The final result isn't in yet, so you might say so far so good about a project that's halfway done or a new routine you've just started. It expresses current satisfaction without guaranteeing future success. Also useful if you don't want to jinx it.
Ah, right. Don't want to jinx it. Okay, nearly there. Next is there you go.
There you go, definition. Said when giving something to someone or when something has been done successfully. So two main uses.
Okay.
Example for giving. Here's your coffee. Thanks. There you go. And for success, I finally fixed the computer. There you go. Usage. It marks completion, basically, either handing something over or finishing a task. Often has a little feeling of satisfaction or closure.
Yeah, it's like a little verbal tick that punctuates the action. Handing something over or acknowledging success.
Yep.
The tone changes it a lot too, right? From just functional to almost triumphant. Any other subtle ways it's used?
Definitely the tone. A rising tone might make it almost a question, like, is this what you wanted? There you go.
Yeah.
A flatter, more declarative tone just marks the completion. And yeah, you can use it to acknowledge someone else's success too. Like, you figured it out. There you go.
Very true. Okay, and our final phrase for this deep dive. You can say that again.
You can say that again. Definition. I strongly agree with what you just said. Example, this weather is awful.
Yeah.
You can say that again.
Emphasis.
Exactly. Usage expresses strong agreement. It's much more emphatic than just saying, I agree, or yes. It really underlines that you share the feeling or opinion wholeheartedly.
It's a more colorful way to show you're totally in sync with what was just said. Builds that connection through shared feeling. Is there ever a risk? It might sound sarcastic.
Oh, absolutely. If your tone is off or maybe the context is weird for agreement, yeah, you can say that again, could easily land as sarcastic, like you're mocking the statement. The key is making sure your delivery genuinely sounds like strong agreement.
Excellent point. Well, there we have it. 15 common English phrases unpacked a bit, looking at how they're used in different spots, the nuances.
Yeah, and really understanding these, not just the definition, but the feel of them can make a big difference in how smoothly and naturally you communicate day to day. Hopefully this dive gave some deeper insight into the how and why.
And now, over to you, the listener. Try to notice these phrases. Listen for them when people talk or in shows you watch. And maybe, try slipping one or two into your own chats. See how it feels. See how people react.
Exactly. Pay attention to the context, the tone people use, the response they get. Actively using them and observing them is how they become a really natural part of your toolkit. Language is always evolving, always dynamic. There's always more to notice and learn.